Let's talk about John Hancock, the guy whose signature is so big it basically upstaged the entire Declaration of Independence. You know it, you've seen it, and if you ever had to forge a parent's signature in school, you probably channeled your inner Hancock at least once. But there's a lot more to this man than his over-the-top autograph. He wasn't just a founding father, he was a founding flexor. Born in 1737 to a modest family, Hancock got a serious upgrade when he was adopted by his ultra-wealthy uncle, who ran one of the biggest shipping businesses in the colonies. And just like that, our boy Johnny went from average colonial kid to filthy rich merchant. By his 20s, he was one of the wealthiest men in Boston, throwing around money, throwing parties, and making a name for himself as the kind of guy who didn't do anything small. But here's where it gets juicy. The British didn't just dislike Hancock, they straight up hated him. He was a smuggler, or as he'd probably say, an entrepreneur, dodging British taxes like it was an Olympic sport. When the Brits seized his ship Liberty in 1768, he turned into an instant revolutionary icon. Boston ate it up, and Hancock leaned way into the role of rich rebel. By the time the revolution kicked off, Hancock was all in, funding the cause, rallying troops, and making sure everyone knew he was doing it. He was even the president of the Second Continental Congress, which meant when it was time to sign the Declaration of Independence, he went full Hancock mode. Giant, dramatic, absolutely impossible to miss. Legend has it he made it that big so King George III wouldn't need his spectacles to read it. Petty? Maybe. Iconic? Absolutely. After the war, Hancock became the first governor of Massachusetts, where he mostly did what he did best: be rich, be popular, and make sure everyone remembered his name. And guess what? We still do. His signature is literally shorthand for signing anything important. That's power. That's branding. That's John freaking Hancock. And if you love history served up with a side of sass and scandal, you need to subscribe to The Buck Starts Here podcast. We break down the real stories behind the U.S. presidents, the brilliance, the blunders, and the straight-up ridiculousness they don't teach in textbooks. And if you love history,